Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to another episode of the Diaspora Global Panel. With me today, I have Jude Unwa Okolo from Dublin, Ireland, and Anthony Eze from the United States. Today, we are going to talk about an interesting story, a story developing about Atiku Abubakar. We are still on the 2023 presidential election, and we are going to, beam our spotlight on Atiku Abubakar and the trouble brewing up in the PDP. Several stories emerged that, the center is not holding in the PDP because of the choice of the vice presidential candidate in Okowa. I think this has not gone down well with a lot of people, especially Governor Wike and some of the governors in the PDP. Just last week, one of the APC shifting in Lagos State, Joe Igbokwe, actually announced to the surprise of everybody that Governor Wike held a private meeting with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Turkey. And that actually alarmed everyone. Although, the APC shifting, Joe Igbokwe, has deleted the tweet. But we feel that there is more to that story, and we are going to talk about it today. We are also going to talk about, still a follow-up on the Ekweremadu story, the organ harvesting story in the United Kingdom. To start off, let me go to Jude in Dublin. Jude, we realized that, I know that before the show, you mentioned something that, Atiku has been kind of quiet and people have been kind of, omitting him, from the discussion. And then the tug of war has been actually between the supporters of Peter Obi and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that if people are not careful, Atiku will have a smooth sail to the presidency. So we now decided, Jude, what do you think people must know about the man Atiku Abubakar?
Yeah, thank you, and welcome you all. Tony, we are welcome. We have to give a line, just like Dr. Kule said. It's time to actually go into Atiku, for we have done so much with Asiwaju and OP as well. People are just silent about him. Atiku, the man who we know that years ago, when he was with Obasanjo as the vice president, Obasanjo actually told us how Atiku made lots of money from his government. And it came out like just like a show, because Atiku opposed him about a constitutional amendment. So Obasanjo had to come out to reveal how he made some money. And follow up to that, we see that the Senate committee actually was trying to take him to court for huge sum of money, which he claimed that he made. He tried to siphon. Then Nigerian senators accuse him of over $100 million. That's about 51 million pounds in public funds, diverting to private interest, which actually is what Obasanjo was saying then. And people look at him as if he's so innocent. He just come there. We see so many things about him, but this $100 million case have not even come into limelight. People are just silent about it. And this is the kind of guy that has come out to say he wants to become a vie for the presidency of a big country like Nigeria. That's one of them. I think this is the time we have to go dig into this issue and actually find out where we stand in this issue before we can see whether he's actually somebody who can present or lead the country, because he has a lot of supporters, and we can't be quiet about it. We have to show everybody who they are. All the three aspirants have to be open to us for us to know where we have to go. Look at the case of the train issue months ago,
Yeah.
where he quickly withdrew Facebook post, Instagram post. He withdrew it because he was afraid that the Muslims will not vote for him. And all of a sudden, he just came out and said he wants to be one of the. He's trying to become a president of Nigeria. How can we trust him? I mean, I'm just giving you 2 points here now because we don't have enough time to go there. But there are many more that will come out as we continue. These two cases I've just said here is enough to actually question this kind of man, his character. Is he coming for the whole Nigeria, or is he going to? Is this there for the Northerners only? His character financially, we don't know. He made a lot of money. Obasanjo proved it, and he has to come out openly to defend. Let's see him and know how he made his money, because he really.
Let me take it up here. We know that Obasanjo said the money that Atiku stole is enough to feed a nation.
Yeah.
You know, Obasanjo said it, and most recently, Obasanjo also said, which I think is a damning assertion about the character of Atiku Abubakar, that one of his greatest mistakes in this life was to appoint Atiku his VP in 1999. You see, Obasanjo said it, and he received a lot of pushback actually. And Obasanjo, and I know that Obasanjo removed him as the chairman of, I think, is it an NCP or the NPC, National Privatization Committee.
Yes.
You know, Obasanjo removed him because there were loads and loads of fraudulent activities that took place then. I know that one of it was the prized aluminium smelter company, Alscon, at Ikot, Abasi, which was built for around 3.2 billion, but was sold for 250 million USD. Nigeria lost close to 3 billion in that deal. And I also know that when Umaru Yar'Adua and President Goodluck Jonathan, President Umaru Yar'Adua and his then VP came into power, they had to revoke the sale of the Kaduna and Port Harcourt refineries because these two refineries were privatized, were sold at throwaway prices. And people said they were sold to Atiku's cronies. I think that Atiku has a lot to answer, especially the fact that he is, apart from the state government in Adamawa, is the single, provider of labor in Adamawa. Where did this guy make his money? So I think, Tony, these are good questions that we need to ask the man Atiku. Please take it away, Tony.
Yes, Kunle and Jude, welcome to the program again today.
Thank you so much.
Most of our listeners know us for one thing, and that exactly means that we always treat a lot of cases as allegation until proved by a court of law. We are here to bring this up as allegation and for the court system to do their job, because this is the bane of the Nigerian society. A lot of people are treated like sacred cow. They can do a lot of things and get away with it. A couple of our episodes back, we mentioned about the Accountant General that embezzled a lot of billions. Up till now, the thing is dying a natural death.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it's being persecuted. So Atiku is not different from other sacred cows. The people know about all these things, but to us, it remains allegation until a competent court decide otherwise. Some of the things oftentimes in Nigeria, you have a lot of facts and figure. But if they are dealing with one that probably looked untouchable, not that they're untouchable, but in a way, they are regarded as untouchable. So they get away with whatever they do. There are so many people we have said on this platform embezzling federal government money. The facts and figure are there, but are they walking down the street? So all this remains allegation. We are bringing this on so that the powers that be will look into it. Atiku already had been approved by INEC to run for PDP.
Yeah.
So if they have done their homework to discover all this allegation, it's something he needs to be confronted with. This is a country, oftentimes somebody will not want to stand up to tell you his real age, his real certificate. So it's widespread all over. It's the order of the day. All we are crying at is that of all the political aspirants, any of them that has skeleton in their cupboard, the INEC should sit up and ask them questions to explain. If they cannot come up to a reasonable explanation, and INEC has facts and figure, they should disqualify them or whoever is concerned. Because until we do the right thing, this is the way things continue to be recycled. After making all the noise, he will go into election and then business as usual.
Yeah, Tony, let me come in there. Let me add one thing. Do you know that the president, the former president of Baton just even mentioned in 2018, in August, that God will never forgive him if he supports Atiku presidential ambition.
But he's supporting him now. He's supporting him now.
That's why we have to bring this up now to query it, because it makes no sense that if he can support him now and he knows all the atrocities he has committed before, it is actually wrong for we now to stand on that ground for what he has said before. He was a former president. He knows how much they have embezzled, including him, Atiku, and we have to see how we can stop them from assuming that office.
Yes,
because
Jude.
It's a chance.
Yeah, Jude, you have freedom of speech. Go ahead and use it. You understand? The point I'm trying to make here is that I'm not telling you any person is innocent, but the system are there watching them. They know. You mentioned the former president condemning Atiku Abubakar one time. Now he has preached for us to forgive him. So when you meet a team, a cabal, that are recycling themselves, they will make noise. The masses will go there and fight against each other. They have their usual midnight meeting and come up with several opinions that suit not what's Nigerians. In advanced countries, most of these people cannot stand in any election because the skeleton in their cupboard will come up, they will be exposed, and they will resign. They won't even wait for you to raise more allegations. They will resign. But you have a special country where they are the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Tony, you see, I understand what you are saying. And thank you for reiterating the fact that on the Diaspora Global Panel, everybody is assumed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, I believe that there are so many evidences, that actually, are against Atiku Abubakar and that have gone through, that have passed through the highest level of investigation in terms of when we talk about the U.S. House of Representatives, the US
Yes.
Senate, and US court, because we know that in a case that involved money laundering, Atiku was mentioned there, and Atiku would have been jailed in the United States if he was repatriated. And do you know, and I'm sure you know, that the former US Congressman William Jefferson actually received 13 years in jail for corruption that involved US companies and Nigerian officials. And when we talk about Nigerian officials, Atiku Abubakar was actually one of the Nigerian officials. And let me also mention this. Atiku Abubakar has been proven in one of the highest level of investigation that, I mean, like I said before, of laundering $40 million to his fourth wife, using about 30 US bank accounts, and the accounts were like opened, okay, by his fourth wife, Jennifer Douglas. And about $25 million were traced to this wire transfer. You see, we can go on and on.
Okay.
But this is the point. On Diaspora Global Panel, please, let us address the fact. You see, I can actually assume the position you are assuming and say that, Jude, you have your freedom of speech. We are talking about what Jude has been saying, are facts that have been established.
Exactly.
Okay.
They are established facts in the United States where you are based.
Okay. Can I come in?
Okay.
Do you think Nigerian authority don't know this fact we are bringing out now?
You know what? This is why Diaspora Global Panel exists. Because, you see, we don't care about the Nigerian authorities sweeping everything under the carpet. For us, let us bring it out. Let us talk about it. You see, don't let us be wary. I understand that we are tired of this cover up. We are tired of these illegalities, you see, happening and going on in our country. We understand that. But we will continue to talk. You see, that is the luxury.
Yes. Can I ask a question? Are we going to stop?
Soon to be Dr. Eze. That is the luxury we actually have.
Yeah.
Okay, the luxury we have now is that we can talk and nobody is going to put a gun on our head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And the history of this platform has shown that. All I'm just trying to be very fair to all and sundry is that Atiku is not only guilty of this situation. We have 3 people in this contest that each time we accuse them, they don't come up to defend. And if we don't balance the equation, people think probably we are protecting some people.
Tinubu has come up to defend, and Peter Obi, every allegation that people have made, they have come out to defend. I would say that I have not seen. Honestly, I'm still looking for it.
Let me finish. Okay. Tinubu has not come out to defend his age. He has not come
out to defend his age. He came out. I can send you videos. He came out to defend it.
Yes, all of them, any of them that are called to explain things to Nigerians, we are just calling on them to come up and explain.
Yes.
Every one of them has a lot of things to explain in so many ways.
They have a lot of skeletons.
Yes. We are not trying to back any person. We are fair on this platform. Every one of all the 3 contestants we have known now, whatever the Nigerian public are not very sure, for benefit or doubt, for humility, because the seat of the presidency is meant for humble leaders. Wherever they have been accused, let them come up, put it right. Because if we allow these allegations, some of them are not authentic.
No, but Tony, let me
I'm coming.
Mr. Tony, most of the allegations we have made now
that we
spoke about, please let us limit our analysis to what we have said. What we have said are facts. It's not that they have not been proven. They have been proven. They are facts.
Look at.
Let me tell you something. In the last political dispensation, Atiku was only allowed to travel to America, and he was limited to the Trump Tower, if you remember, because he would have been arrested.
I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware of that.
He would have been arrested. We know that there is something hanging on his neck. Everybody knows that something is hanging.
Most of us living in America, this is not news.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, all we are just saying is that we need to clean up Nigeria.
Yeah,
Atiku is not the best of leader. Tinubu may not be the best of leader. PDP may not be the best of leaders. All we need to do is that let's clean them up. Any of them that has suspicious character or allegation should come up and defend themselves.
There's no defense here, Tony. Please don't talk about defending themselves. It's a fact you are saying here. Atiku will withdraw his post from going viral because he wants the North to vote for him. And he wants to be the president of the whole country of Nigeria. It cannot happen. Why should you vote such a person into power?
And I think what Jude was saying was about when that lady was killed, he tweeted and he deleted it. And he said that he didn't approve the tweet. However, the tweet was just condemning the killing. So nobody needs to approve such. That was a sensible tweet. So you know what, Tony? I understand what you said, and it makes valid point that they should come and defend. And I said something. I said that Tinubu has come out to defend. But let me tell you, I'm not saying that Tinubu's defense is genuine or his defenses are genuine. I'm not saying that. But they have come out to actually address it. To say, okay, how can Atiku address the fact that he wired $40 million and he wired $25 million to his fourth wife?
Okay.
The proofs there. And those were illegal funds. They were wired to the United States, okay? And they were now asking, can you prove your source of funds? Source of funds, the only proof was that, I was the vice president of Nigeria. And we know that the privatization exercise was nothing to write home about. It was rigged, in corruption, it was terrible. So, Mr. Eze, you see, you made a valid point, and I believe that somebody has to be there to be checking our excesses. And I know that is what you have done today. And I appreciate that. But the only thing I'm just trying to say is that, you see, many of these points, okay, many of these things that Jude raised that I mentioned have been proven that it actually happened. Okay. And I must say something. Lastly, I apologize. I apologize. That, what we are just trying to do is not that I'm here to destroy Atiku. What we are just trying to do is that, this guy is just operating under the radar. Nobody is talking about him because the Southeast and the Southwest are busy, slugging it out. Listen, guys, if we are not careful, this guy will just have a smooth sail. Let there be a light on all of them. Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, and Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is how I will rest my case.
Okay.
I give you the floor.
Okay. You see, I want our audience to understand that I don't belong to any political party in Nigeria. and I am not a campaign manager
Or you have someone you are supporting.
That is freedom of association. Okay. So the bottom line is this: I'm just trying to be a very fair Nigerian. Now, if I'm a tribalist, I can tell you that Atiku will be the last person I will speak anything good about, because for PDP, knowing fully well that almost every good Nigerian is talking about president of Igbo extraction, especially the Southeast. Now, PDP denies Southeast of that nomination. I ended up denying them of the running mates. Every typical person from that Southeast will not be comfortable. But all I'm saying is this: if Atiku has committed offense, let the relevant body in Nigeria take care of him. INEC should listen to our voice, investigate further. If this man is found guilty of anything, they should cancel his nomination. They have the constitutional right. I only just to pump up the scenario. So the judiciary and the INEC will find out that the person PDP is presenting, for some reason, has some skeleton in his cupboard that makes him unqualified to run. But we must make sure we spread it to everybody who is going for this highest office in the land, so that whatever is done to Mr. A should be done to Mr. B, so that our audience will really understand that we are not here for any political aspirant. We are here to make sure that what he presented to the common masses of Nigeria is a credible person. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry,
Yeah.
please, let me just add 1 minute here, one sentence here. The fact is this: that INEC or EFCC will never hold Atiku responsible, will never deter him from contesting in 2023. We, the voters, have to know what is happening. We are the one going to the polls. We have to let people know, and we have to vote him out there because he's not qualified to be there. We tackled Asiwaju last month, 2 months ago. We see how we were all bouncing on him. It's time for us to bounce on this guy and let the Nigerians see us and see what we're saying, and let them be the one that go to the post and not give this man a chance to come in. Because if we are waiting for the INEC or the FCC to act, it will never happen.
Thank you.
I think Judas made a point by saying that, listen, if we wait for these authorities, to do their due diligence, none is going to happen. But for me, just to educate, the public. Listen. Don't just take what they say, with a pinch of salt. Look at their antecedents, and their antecedents are not good. I'm not saying one candidate is better than the other. I know where I am pitching my tent, and I've said it. I also, clamored for a president of Igbo extraction. I also did, until something changed, until I understood that dynamics better. And one of the reasons why, for me, I decided to say that, because it's my friend Jude on this forum. I know that Jude is from Delta, and Jude that I know is an Igbo man. But because he is from Delta, if he happens to become the president of Nigeria today, we will say that he is not of Igbo extraction, that we want the president to come from the state, the 6th state that we consider the really good. That is the problem. Five, sorry. And that is what started giving me headache, as in, wow, wait a minute. I'm not saying I am right. No. But I'm just saying, for me, that was a game changer for me. And I started looking at things differently. Okay. I know whom I am supporting, and I will say it clearly. Last political election, I know whom I vote for. It was not President Muhammadu Buhari, and I'm saying it clearly. I voted for him in 2015, but I never voted for him in 2019, because I felt that the APC then was, I voted APC all the way, okay, and APM. But then when it got to the presidency, I voted PDP. I voted Atiku, okay, because for me, it was a choice between two evils, okay, and I know that my experience as a businessman in Nigeria, you see, the APC actually killed a lot of businesses with their policy, and that influenced me in 2019. And the same thing has actually influenced me from being a staunch Obi supporter to me now saying, I think I'll pinch my tent elsewhere. This is me, okay? I know if anybody wants to share their political affiliation, the floor is yours.
Yes. What I just want to remind our audience is that we treated this issue a couple of times, and we don't want to be boring them with the same topic. We made it very clear that the problem in the Southeast was created by the geopolitical zone. We never denied any Igbo man of being the same race. We always love each other, whether you are from Delta, whether you are from River State.
I think you
Right, but now
speaking for yourself, Mr.
Now the politicians who are creating problem everywhere decided to divide Nigeria into geopolitical zone. And South, our brothers from South, Igbos, were able to present Goodluck Jonathan, and now they are presenting Okowa. We have no problem, they're Igbos, but we are following the trend created by the cabal. If you create a zonal arrangement, you should follow the zonal arrangement. And I know if this happened in the Southwest, the same thing will happen. Geopolitical zones were created apart from Northeast and Southeast. The rest of the geopolitical zone has produced president and vice president. So it is not a misplaced, and we don't want other people from other zones, especially Southwest, to start playing with geopolitical zone. We know our brothers. We never disown any of our brothers, but by political creation, the Southeast has been marginalized for this post, and we don't want people who are not from this zone to tell us who is an Igbo man and who is not an Igbo man. We know ourselves, and we have nothing against each other.
Yeah, but Tony, let us come to the fact.
You see, Jude, Mr. Tony has made a point, which I will accept. Eh?
No, I'm not going to accept Tony fully. I'm not going to accept Tony fully because Nigeria is in a mess. Nigeria is in a big mess. We are looking for somebody who is going to serve Nigeria, bring Nigeria out of the mess. If Peter Obi is coming there because he's from Southeast, it's unacceptable. But if Peter Obi is coming there because we think he's going to change Nigeria to be Nigeria of the future, it's acceptable. So I don't care whether it's from the Southeast, Southwest, or whatever you call him. My point here is that we should not be looking at this Southeast, Southwest for to choose somebody who will serve the country out of this mess we are.
Thank you.
That's the point I'm trying to make here.
No problem.
Put that one aside.
But Jude, let me ask you a question. Mr. Tony has just said something which I think makes a lot of sense. That the idea is not that they are disowning the Igbos from Delta, from other parts. But I know that I've had this discussion with you, Jude, and you said that they don't really accept you guys as Igbo. But let's leave that aside. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's leave that.
Could you come again?
No. That was I'm talking about the discussion. That was the discussion I had with him. I'm not coming again. Okay. I had a discussion with him, and he told me, and I think he said it while you were there, that listen, they don't accept me fully as Igbo. He said it, and this is him. He can reiterate it.
Okay,
So,
but I can quickly say that, but I don't want to comment on that because that will be a topic of its own. We don't have
of his own. So what I'm saying, I'm trying to give a soft landing. I'm trying to give a soft landing here, Tony. What I am trying to say is that I think that you see, as Tony said, some of these politicians, okay, have been making, if the way Tony explains it is how the politicians explains it, nobody is going to give a root or is going to suspect anything, because Tony explained it brilliantly that they are happy that, oh, Jonathan came in, or an Igbo man from another place and came in, but we are talking about equal representation, because nobody from the southeast, nobody, and that is the key, okay, has become the president of Nigeria. So I think that, Tony, the way you expressed it, the way you enlightened us, you see, is actually but the way the argument comes across, okay, it's like, oh, Jonathan is not an Igbo, yeah, whatever. But the way you have said it is about the geopolitical zone. It's not about the tribe. It's about equal representation.
Yes.
And that I just caught.
Yeah.
That I just caught in our discussion today. That was what I was trying to say. But you have already crucified me.
No. We are brothers. You see, the thing really is that most politicians, they don't fight for the common man. They use all kind of divide and rule to benefit them.
Yes.
It's just like what we say about poverty. We say the North is trying to rule. The poor people in northern Nigeria are by far in number bigger than what we have in the South. I appreciate your commentary.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Let us just quickly delve on this story about Wike, Governor Wike meeting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Turkey. You see, it was Joe Igbokwe that said it, the former Igbo commissioner in Lagos State. You see, when this news broke, and I also read that 11 PDP governors stayed away from the inauguration of the PDP's National Campaign Council, which is to flag off the Osun State gubernatorial poll. They stayed away. And commenters are saying that the center is now holding in PDP. And this, I think, is something we have to pay attention to, because if Wike pulls his support and decides to pitch his tent behind Asiwaju, I think that there will be problem for Peter Obi, and there will be problem for Atiku Abubakar. So over to you. That is just my own analysis, and that is where I will stop.
Okay. Okay, Jude, you want to come in?
No, come on.
Okay. Well, if any person is surprised that politicians are galvanizing, having midnight meeting, that's what the job. They are professional politicians.
You are a politician too.
Yeah.
The way you answer your question is even better than all these professional guys. You are a politician.
Nothing is new under the sun in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a lawless country. The thing that really puts grief on most Nigerians is that when these people are moving, they are not carrying the interests of their followers. They are looking at how they will increase embezzling the money meant for the masses. If, for example, they are having this midnight meeting, how I can better the position of my people, it makes some sense. It's understandable. We can spend a lot of money, okay? And for you to kick him out, I think he's second, correct? He came second with the volume of money River State money he spent,
Can you imagine?
he would have been, because Wike is not a billionaire. This is River State money being used, if not for any other thing, compensate him for the money. Okay? Akowa did not come second or third. Am I correct?
No.
Okay. If you have somebody who is second and happen to come from the south, coincidentally, they can go you as an Igbo man. Okay? So with that, you would have solved a lot of headache. But this man to spend this kind of money and you want him to keep quiet, I don't think it's reasonable. So they're going to be gallivanting on the ground. Mark you, most of the running mates they have now is what they call placeholder. They have not come out with 100% assurance that the running mates are the real running mates. So before the close of INEC time, you're going to see some new faces. So whether we still have it as an allegation, but it is expected. But let me tell you, if the youths, the way the youths are kind of obsessed with the fact that they need a change, such movements, if they don't buy them over with the number of PVC they're buying, with the NSAS agitation type of movement, merging with Tinubu will not make any difference because the masses are tired. But how are we sure they won't sell their votes?
Thank you so much. Jude, over to you.
Yeah, I do agree with Tony on based on that. Merging with Tinubu, with Wike and Tinubu coming, will not stop the use from what is going on now in Nigeria. Will not stop them. We not even cause anything. But the fact is this: where is Wike going to come in the APC? What position is he going to take? Is he going to take the office of the vice president?
No, he can take a minister. They can bargain with him.
Yeah, that's the point. So it's going to be like on the sideline. And so he's not going to push anything. He's not going to bring any impact at the moment to Obi's campaign because he is there. But I don't think Wike will do that because Wike is a very intelligent guy who has been anchored with PDP for quite all his careers.
And the ranks.
Yeah. So I don't think that's going to work for both of them because he's an intelligent guy. This guy has ambition, which might not even be fulfilled now. What about the future? What about 4 years' time? So these guys might be playing some games. He cannot just, after all, Tinubu is a human being. It's a Nigerian. He can meet and they can talk. But I don't think there will be something that will actually tie in with APC. So that's an issue there that I don't want to put into being an obstacle to anyone. Obi's camp or Abubakar camp, I don't think it's going to cause an issue. But as a politician, we still have to wait and see what are they fighting about. We don't know. Understand me? So what are you?
Okay.
Dr. Kule?
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. Lastly, we just talk about the Ekweremadu's saga. His wife and himself were arrested for organ harvesting in the UK. A lot of intrigues, a lot of stories, emerged. We know that the Ekweremadus actually sued, the passport control offering the Nigerian immigration, to court, asking them to reveal the details of the donor. And they claim that it was the donor that actually offered to donate his kidney to their daughter. And they also claim that the guy is 21 years old. He is not 15 as he claimed. So a lot of stories are emerging. And we also know that the federal government of Nigeria, working hand in hand with the National Assembly, actually sent delegations to the United Kingdom on this matter. And rumors flying on the internet is that some of the members of the delegation were arrested because they were alleged to be sponsors of Boko Haram. Tony, what has your research revealed? Your investigation? Is
Yes,
this
thank you, Kunle.
true or not?
Yeah. It is same allegation thing. It has not been proved beyond all reasonable doubt that these people they have been arrested.
Yeah, the
But
level of communication.
one interesting thing is people's feeling about the allegation. Most Nigerian, it's like this thing went viral, where the defenseless Nigerians were kind of, even when we know Ike Ekweremadu may not be guilty, but this news of arresting delegates who are untouchable in Nigeria went viral because a lot of people were rejoicing. In fact, some people were making suggestions that the federal government should send more delegations so that maybe they could select some of the corrupt officials that are wanted abroad.
Yeah.
So we don't know now the true story, but whatever happens, our prayer still remains with the Ekweremadu family until they
And
are
the boy
found
as well.
guilty.
And the boy.
Yeah, if they are
Because
found guilty,
we don't know who is telling
right.
the truth.
Yeah,
And who's not.
if they are found guilty, then we can be passing some judgment. But for now, they are suspects.
Yeah. Jude, over to you. You are going to close.
Yeah, the point is, like I said, if why should actually, if I should ask, why should they send delegates to Ekweremadu from the federal government? I don't see there's any point for that, because he is there to stand in this case, and they have all the details which they can actually fetch from Nigeria. Sending delegates from Nigeria to UK is like intimidating the UK authorities. You don't give them a chance to do their job. You're trying to interfere with their job. And so they can't be detained. And they can ask them, why are you here? We are doing our thing. We know how to fetch our data. We have to fetch what we need. Coming here is just to distort or to make the job not looking okay. So there could be a lot of reasons why they are detained. It's not bad to detain them because they have to question them, being that they have their source of getting information. This is an advanced country, a country that believe by law, and you can't like Nigeria way, you can't corner them. So they are smart. They are smart. They know Nigerian way, and they are smart, and they have to move smarter.
Yeah.
They have to move smarter and see what are they coming for. So let us look at Tony said. Let us watch and see, and everything will come out.
Yes, but we have actually discussed and we have realized that we searched on the internet, no mainstream news media carried the post. I checked the BBC, we checked CNN, we checked most of the news outlets in the UK, and our verdict is that this news is fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. For now.
Fake news.
For now.
You know, we do not think. Yes, for now. That we are
Okay.
rating the story fake news because we do not think that this story is true. But we will let our viewers know that we will let our viewers know that that if anything comes up, we will let our viewers know. I want to thank.
Okay, quickly, let me remind you.
Let me just say this about our fans, about people watching us. Honorable Lai Shifolawan in Nigeria is watching us right now, you know, and then we know that a couple of people are watching us because, I mean, looking at it, we have about 15, 20 people. We just want to say a big thank you to you.
Yeah.
Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We love you. We continue to give you a beautiful episode. Over to you, Tony.
Okay. And to our listening audience or watching audience, we just want to give you a preamble of probably our next episode. About 28 ex-governors are vying for the post of senatorial seats to go to the Senate. Most of these ex-governors have lifetime pension scheme or whatever they give them. some who are even from poor states receive close to 200 million maintenance allowance. These people want to go back to the Senate. Nigeria is not meant for only some group of people. They are going to the Senate to receive new salaries and benefits. Are they going to drop off the ex-governor's benefits? Are they going to combine the two when the youths have no jobs? Watch out for this in our next episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Jude.
Thank you, Tony, for bringing up that. We have to dig into that. We have to scrutinize that. And we have to let them know that this is a new Nigeria. We are ushering into a new Nigeria. And we're going to usher into that Nigeria with how a country is supposed to be and flush out all these big dudes that think they have held us into captivity. Thank you. That's what I have to say now.
Thank you. Yeah, we want Nigerians to know we are not doing this for fun. This is not fun for us. In fact, we are very busy. But we are just digging out time out of our busy schedule to do this because we feel that this is very, very important. And I think that our efforts and the efforts of similar news outlets like us, are paying off because we can see that the youth of Nigeria are rising up. The youth of Nigeria have now woken up. They want to partake in the political process. Forget about my own political affiliation. Forget about Tony's. Forget about Jude's. We are talking about your own political affiliation. And make your desire come to pass by partaking in the political process. No to vote buying. No to all this mediocrity that has been going on for decades. Now, this is the time for Nigerians to speak and influence and shake up the system, the corrupt system that has brought the country to our knees. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. From me, Olakunle Lemboye, I will say bye-bye. And I want to say a big thank you to Tony and Mr. Jude Nwaokolo for, coming on board today and producing this fantastic episode. And we also want to say a big thank you to our viewers all over the world. We have about 25 people watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Special thanks goes to Honorable Lai Shufalawa from Nigeria. Special thanks goes to Honorable Victor Familua as well. And special thanks goes to Honorable Adewumi watching us as well from Lagos. We just want to say a big, big thank you to you. Please join us again next week.